Have you ever gone through a breakup and felt that deep, aching pain? Not just in your heart, but like physically. That tightness in your chest, that pit in your stomach. Well, it turns out that's not just some metaphor. It's a real physical thing. Today, we're going to get into the neuroscience of heartbreak and find out exactly why it hurts so much. It's the big question, right? Why does losing someone feel like you've been physically injured? Is your mind just playing tricks on you, or is there something real, something biological going on under the surface? Well, let's dive in and find out. And let me just say this right up front, the science is totally clear on this. That feeling is absolutely real. It is not your imagination. There is a concrete biological reason why your heart feels like it is literally breaking. So let's start with the first piece of this puzzle. To really get this, we have to travel way, way back in our evolutionary history. See, you can think of your brain as running on some pretty ancient software. And to that old software, social rejection isn't just, a bummer. It's a full-blown five-alarm fire. I mean, think about it from our ancestors' perspective. If you got kicked out of the tribe, you were on your own. No food, no protection, your chances of survival were basically zero. Being alone was a death sentence. So our brains evolved to treat social rejection as a critical, life-threatening emergency. And here's the thing. When a modern relationship ends, that ancient alarm system just gets triggered. Your brain doesn't see that you're safe at home on your couch. It interprets that loss as a massive threat to your survival. And that's why you get that sudden panic, that heaviness, that classic sinking feeling in your stomach. It's just a survival response kicking into high gear. Okay, so it's not just some old alarm system. This is where it gets really fascinating. Neuroscientists have actually found that when it comes to pain, our brains don't really draw a clear line between a broken heart and, say, a broken bone. Think about these two things. On the surface, they seem like they're from different planets, right? One is this abstract emotional thing, and the other is a very real physical injury. But it turns out, to your brain, that distinction is surprisingly, blurry. And here is the absolute kicker. When you put someone in a brain scanner and make them feel the sting of social rejection, the very same areas of the brain light up as when they feel physical pain. It's not similar. It's a direct overlap. We can even pinpoint where this is all happening. Studies using fMRI scans, which basically let us watch the brain work in real time, show that a region called the anterior cingulate cortex just lights up like a Christmas tree. This part of the brain processes both the emotional distress of rejection and the unpleasantness of physical pain. So, no, it's not a metaphor. Biologically speaking, heartbreak genuinely, truly hurt. Now, on top of the pain response, there's another really powerful thing going on here: neurochemistry. A breakup can actually trigger a response in the brain that looks uncannily similar to drug withdrawal. Seriously. When you're in a happy relationship, your brain is just bathing in this amazing cocktail of feel-good chemicals. You've got dopamine, which is all about reward and wanting more of your partner; oxytocin, the famous bonding hormone for trust; and serotonin, which just keeps your mood stable and happy. It's a powerful, wonderful chemical mix. But when that relationship ends, those chemical levels don't just dip, they crash hard. Suddenly, the source of that incredible neurochemical rush is just gone, and your brain is left in a state of serious deficit. And this withdrawal? This is exactly why you might find yourself obsessively replaying old memories, checking their social media a million times, or feeling this desperate need for just one more conversation. Your brain is craving its fix. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a totally normal neurochemical reaction. So let's just recap for a second. We've got an ancient survival alarm blaring, our brain's pain circuits are firing on all cylinders, and we're going through chemical withdrawal. So is it any wonder that all of this combines to trigger a massive stress response throughout your entire body? See, the brain sends out these distress signals to what's called your autonomic nervous system. You can think of this as your body's command center for the whole fight or flight response. It controls your heart rate, your breathing, your digestion, and during a heartbreak, it just goes into total overdrive. And this is what that stress response actually feels like in your body. It's reacting to an emotional wound as if it were a physical trauma. So yes, that ache in your chest, completely losing your appetite, feeling nauseous, or just bone tired all the time, those are all legitimate physiological parts of the heartbreak experience. Okay, I know that all sounds pretty bleak, but here is the really, really good news.
Just like your body knows how to heal from a physical wound, your brain is 100% capable of healing from heartbreak. It just needs the right conditions to get the job done.
So, what actually helps your brain heal? Well, first up, routine. A stressed out brain loves predictability, it finds it calming. Second, connection. Talking to people who make you feel safe actually releases oxytocin, which literally helps counteract the pain. Third is movement. Getting your body moving is a proven way to boost those mood lifting chemicals that you're missing. Fourth, and listen, this one is crucial, no contact. You have to give those craving pathways in your brain the time they need to cool down and reset. And finally, number 5, self-compassion. Please acknowledge that you are having a legitimate biological response. You are not being dramatic, you are being human. And it is so important to remember this is not a straight line. Healing is messy. You're going to have good days and bad days, and that is perfectly okay. But with time and care, your brain will rewire itself, your neurochemistry will rebalance, and you will feel whole again. That's a promise. So if you're going through this right now, or you know someone who is, please take this one thing away. Your pain is not an exaggeration. It's a real, measurable phenomenon. Your brain and your body are reacting in exactly the way they were designed to after a major loss. So be kind to yourself. You're navigating one of the most profound and difficult experiences of just being human.